Pawpaw here. Today we're going to be working on a 2014 Nissan Titan. The rear window motors and regulators need to be replaced. We've already ordered them. They come off Amazon. I don't have the links to it. The truck belongs to my mom and daddy. We call them Nana and Poppy. So let's get started. Alright, what you're going to need for this is 10mm socket, short extension, and a ratchet. You might need a Phillips screwdriver. You will need a flathead or a body clip removal tool. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our flathead. We're going to pop this little cover here off. Alright, first thing you're going to do is pop this little trim piece off. It's not too hard. You can clean that up. Then we're going to pop off our armrest. You've got a 10mm bolt here, 10mm bolt in here. You got one in here. And you have a 10mm bolt behind this little cover behind your door handle. So we'll ease these out. Put them where you won't lose them. Now we've already took the motor out of this door because the cable broke on it and the window was just trying to stay down all the time. So we took the motor out and fixed it to where the window would stay up until the parts came in. You might want to have a little magnet to pull these out. If you don't, just stick your screwdriver up in there and drag them out. Don't drop them, don't lose them like I do, because you got to put them back in. Now that we've got those out, pop this cover off. You've got one more 10mm bolt behind it, just underneath the handle. Right in there. Sorry about the shadows. Alright. Normally you can just grab the panel and pull. If not, get your screwdriver back there. Just pry gentle on it. You don't want to force it out. And watch out for your speaker. And just keep dropping your cotton picking tools. Alright. You get it out. Pick up on it a little bit. You want to reach back here and unplug these clips. This is your window clip. You unplug it. You'll take this cable for your door lock, slide it out, and then you got a cable down here for your door handle. Once you get that done, your door panel's out of the way. This plastic sheet is held on with like a tar. You can reuse it if you're careful getting it off. you're doing this and it's cold out, you might want to have a heat gun so that you can heat it up just a little bit, make it sticky again. It's not that cold right now. Matter of fact, I'm sweating. And you can see it's coming off pretty easy. Now it's not going to come all the way off because your speaker's got it sandwiched on. But we need to get to this area here. Alright. Said we already took this motor out. And what we've done was on this cable that goes into your motor, we put a pair of vice strips to keep the window from sliding down. And now our window comes down. Next step from there, you want your window to slide down to where the bracket that is bolted to lines up with these two holes. You got a 10mm bolt back here, and then you got one over here. Once you take those off, this is where your extension comes in handy. Take those two bolts out. If they fall in the door, they can't go far. Once you get those out, your window will slide up off of that. I forgot my wedge to hold it in. So we're going to use that plate right there and just wedge it right in there. And it might hold for a little while. Then again, it might not. Alright. You want to remove these two bolts. This one needs to come all the way out. This one you can just loosen up or completely remove it. You'll need the bolts on your new regulator. We'll go ahead and take it all the way out. And then you want to remove this one bolt down here. And you'll see your regulator there. Once you get those loose, just fish your regulator out. We'll go back here to get the new one. Alright, your new regulator, exactly the same piece. This one's got the motor already attached to it. You got your up and down cables, and they go around a pulley back here. The way this will go in, same way you fish the other one out. Told y'all wrong. I grabbed the wrong regulator. We're doing both doors on this. Alright, there's the right one. Fish your new regulator through. On this case, the bolt that goes up here was a gold color, copper color. We're going to go ahead and start it. We got our old window motor here. We need to get the bolts off of it. And where your motor goes, it's got two little places like on the top of this regulator where you can have the bolt on it. It'll be which are in that position there. You do not want to put that bolt in yet. So now we've got that fished through. We're going to bring it over here. We're going to try to anyway. Get those two bolts in. And then we're going to get that bolt in. Grab our other bolt for the regulator. Put it in. Bottom bolt for the regulator. Put it in. And our third bolt for the window motor will get put in. We're going to leave these all loose. If you'll notice, the piece that your motor, or the piece that your window bolts to, is way down here below where we need it at. So we're going to pull this wire through a hole, go ahead and connect it. We're going to get our switch, the control switch here. And the way these go, there's a little clip on them where you can just push it right on out. We're going to go ahead and hook our switch for our window control back up. You want to turn your key on so that you get power to your window. Don't want to start it, just turn it to the on position. Just turn it to the on position. Did I not turn it to the on position? I guess not.
And just cut that out.
Make sure your dash lights come on before you try and work your windows. And we're going to raise that regulator up to where we can get this window into place. Now what I like to do, I'll take my extension with the socket and stick the bolt in it, and that's how I'm gonna start my bolt. Got them both lined up. Get them snug. Get a ratchet back. You don't need to torque these down. Just snug them up. All right, now we got them all snugged up. We'll test our window. All the way up. All the way down. All right, we can shut our key off and get her put back together. Don't leave your key turned on while you're doing all of this, because then you'll end up having to jump your truck off to all right, now that it's back together, we're going to pull this plastic back up. Feed our door and our lock cables through. Feed our speaker cable through. And your cable for your window motor comes out the top of it. Now, like I said, if it's a warm day, this stuff will still be sticky. If it's not, you might have to heat it up a little bit. There you go. Get your door panel. Pop your switch back in it. Just smashes in like that. Take your cable for your door lock, which will be your long one. Put it in the hole and clip that piece in. Cable for your door handle. Kind of hard to see, but you slide it in there. It's got a little groove right down here. Once you slide it in, put that little piece, click it into place. Got your speaker, which is your brown plug. Clips right in there. Then you clip your connector for your switch, window switch control. Once you get all that done, start at the top, position your panel back into place. If you got it right, all your clips, your body clips are going to fall right into place. you want to replace. Now if the holes in the plastic does not line up exactly, that's okay. You can screw through that plastic. Your screws will only go into one place. There's a little plastic threaded piece behind it. These are a little bit of a pain to do here. But once you get them into place, they'll go right on in. These are same way. They don't have to be super tight, just good and snug. You can strip them out. Alright, get all those bolts put in. Plastic cover goes behind the door handle. Put it in place. Put your screw. In the middle of it, snug it up. Your little cover. This cover will only go one way. You've got a wide clip and a skinny clip. Skinny clip always goes forward, and it's that way on most vehicles. This one is pretty much universal. It'll go either way you put it on. Armrest only goes one way, and there's one door done. All right, we're gonna get the other side done real quick. And that, my friends, is how you replace the motors and the regulators in the back doors of a 2014 Nissan Titan. Now the front window regulators are pretty much the exact same way. They're just, on the driver's side, you got a bigger switch panel for your windows. Bigger plugs, more plugs. Just make sure you put them all back where they come from. Use you some tape and mark them if you don't know, but usually there's only one place that they'll go. So I guess we're gonna call it a day. So y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.